Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nishant and in this video I'll be talking about Google Cloud Shell. Google has many options available to manage the platform. The first is Google UI, second one is Terraform, third one you can use Google Cloud Shell and the SDK also. And each one is providing their own benefits and own advantage. So in this video, I'll purely talking about Google Cloud Shell. The Google Cloud Shell is basically a small virtual machine which is running inside the Google platform itself. It's a temporary virtual machine. You don't need to create any instances from your own. It's by default it's there. And since it is temporary, it will provide you 5 GB of storage capacity, persistent storage capacity, and by default it has the all the commands which you required for your day-to-day operation. It's already available there, like such as gcloud commands, then kubectl command, then if you required python, then json libraries and many more things. That's by default it's there. And another advantage is that it's very flexible. It's similar like in the simple words you can say it's like a small jump server running inside the Google platform only. So to access this, you just need to click the button over here. Since I already click it, it's open already here. I'll close from here because it's for me it's very easy to manage if I do like that. And now as you can see, once you log in here, you will see this screen like this. Before we go for our next step, let me just create one file here. One of the beautiful features I like about this shell is that you get the code editor here only. So if I want to, let's say, save or make a note of some parameters, I can make it from here. Example, my project ID, I can just copy from here and I will save here like project ID, which will be required during this demo. Also bucket name, I need to create one bucket, so I'll click Nishant panchal bucket for demo, because bucket name has to be unique. So just to show you the capabilities of this cloud shell, there are many more options available here. The first option is that you can go here and you can upload the file. So if you have any file which is in your machine, you can simply upload here. I'll click and you can navigate the directory, or you can change the directory from here also. In my case, I'm just uploading, so I'll click choose files, and I have created one file in my PC. So right now I'll just keep my file open and upload. I'll just run the ls and my file is there. I'll try to add something in my file using nano. I'll say hi, this is Nishant file for the testing of cloud shell. I'll press Ctrl X, Y, done. Just to see my data is there. Yes. Okay, so file is there. Now what we will do, we will first create one bucket over here, storage bucket, as I told you, and the bucket name we will keep it Nishant. And to create the bucket, this is the command. I'll just copy over here and paste it, and copy and paste over here. Now it will create the bucket for me. It's the no, I took the wrong command, which is I need to run the command which is bucket. No, the wrong command I picked. It's here, and I'll just simply remove this. I'll put my bucket name. It's here, and it's so just to verify whether my bucket is created or not, I'll go to UI and I'll click on bucket. So my bucket is ready now, and the scheme name Now the second thing what we will do, I will have this file copied already here, so I'll just simply try to upload the file, my test file, to the bucket which I just created. Okay, and I'll use the command cp gcloud cp, and I'll type the my bucket URL, which is this one. I'll copy and I paste. So far we created one bucket. First we download one file from my machine to Cloud Shell, and then we create one bucket, and now we transfer that file from Cloud Shell to storage bucket. Now if I go to bucket and if I click, or let me just refresh from here, I'll be able to see that file. Yes, my text file. Okay, so this is the small beauty about it. Now so as I mentioned earlier that the Cloud Shell is temporary, but there are something that we can make it as a persistent, specifically the variables, because once we log into the shell, we need to set up some variables. Let's say if you are creating the VM, so each single time you need to specify your region, or when you're doing any other operations, you need to specify some parameters. So those particular tasks can be pre-configured or can be configured as a persistent. So to make this Cloud Shell persistent, we need to modify the file, which is profile file. So in profile file, you can see by default it is taking all the parameters from this location. So I'll do one thing, I'll create a one file now, new file, and I will pass all the parameters to that particular file. So first let's create a folder, name folder infra class, and then I'll create a one file inside that folder. Okay, and then I will pass the parameter, which is my all the different parameter in that. But before that, let me set the region and let me set the project. So I'll run this command and I'll first set the region, and the region I will set here is US Central 1. I want to create all my resources in US Central 1. So I'll set like this, and just to test it whether it is applied or not, I'll run the echo command and I can see that now it's there. Similar like that, I need to also set my project. So for project, I'll just simply run infra class project ID, and I have my project ID here, which I already copied. I'll copy and I'll paste it. So now both the project ID and my project ID, and the second thing is my region is already set, and I have also created the folder and also created the file, which is config file inside that folder. So now only I need to add those variable into that file. So I'll run the echo and I'll add the variables, and project ID also I will add in the same file, and I will pass this information with this command. Okay, just to make sure that the project ID and both are also, let me verify the project ID also. So I'll click on project ID, yeah, it's set. Also let me double check my region, and now both are available in the file which I just created. Now what I'll simply do, I'll go back to the file which I showed you, which is profile, and down here I will mention the source infra in the file, and I'll just save, control and save. Yes, save. Okay, let me verify it. My settings are there. Yes. Okay. Okay. Just to verify the project ID is okay. Yes. So this way, now my all the parameters and everything are persistent. So even if I close and even if I reopen this again, my shell, if I close my shell and if I reopen, let's say, all the parameters and everything will be taken from the file which we just created. Refresh and see, everything is persistent now. So this is what you can create to make your shell persistent. Also, on the UI, you can do the similar steps. And thanks for watching my video.